Today we hope to show you somewhere you might like to visit, so like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments if there's a location you'd like to know more about. Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to explore the new Bavarian Blast water park that just opened up in Frankenmuth, Michigan. Located at the Bavarian Inn Lodge as part of its expansion, the Bavarian Blast water park is billed as Michigan's largest indoor water park. It was originally slated to open in November 2024, but delays pushed it back until it finally opened in March 2025. But before we get to that, let's take a quick look at some of the other things they added with their expansion. First, there's Lexi's Lanes, which is what they're calling their mini bowling alley, and it's located in the hotel's basement known as the Family Fun Center. It's mini partially because there are only 4 lanes, but also because it's mini bowling, using smaller balls, pins, and lanes. So don't plan on bringing your own bowling ball, you won't get to use it. In order to play, you'll need one of the play cards that are used throughout the rest of the arcade, and as expected, costs more credits than anything else down there. But it's fun to play, and some of the options allow you to take pictures of yourself, which will be used on screen in silly situations. It's not without its glitches, though. The last time I played it, it appeared that only one of the lanes was returning balls, which could get frustrating very quickly, especially considering how many credits you have to sink into it. Next, let's take a look at the climbing walls and ropes course. We did give you a quick view of this during one of our shorts, the last time we visited hoping the water park would be open. Again, these are located in the Family Fun Center, and you can see the bowling alley off to the side there. And you buy tickets at the window between the prize room and the ice cream counter. Tickets can be bought for one, the other, or both, and they can be bought for a one-time use or for a day pass. There are 3 climbing walls, each about 2 stories high. The ropes course is actually a lot bigger than I remembered from that previous visit, and is billed as having 24 thrilling elements to go through. I didn't count them or verify just how thrilling they are, but if this is your type of thing, you should check it out while you're here. You can even see the top of it from the water park entrance. Speaking of that, it's time to get to the main attraction, the new Bavarian Blast water park. It's set up in a new separate building from the hotel, so while it is connected through the Family Fun Center, you either have to access it through there and walk up the stairs to the entrance, or come in from the parking lot. If you're like us, the first thing you'll want to do when you get there is to take a look at the place and get a feel for what's in store. But don't ignore the hallway on your left. We did it first. Down that hallway is where you'll get the cafe in case you get hungry while you're here. The very important towel hut, which we missed because we were distracted by the water park itself and then ran around wet while trying to figure out where all the towels came from. And then further down are the bathrooms and some lockers so you don't have to carry around all your stuff all day. And at the end of that hallway is what they tell us is Michigan's first adult-only swim-up bar, in case you want to get drunk but still want to feel like you're in a water park. So now that you've used the bathroom, dropped your stuff off in a locker, gotten the towel, and maybe a snack and or a drink, let's go back to where we were initially distracted by our first look at the place. Immediately to the left is the wave pool, which gets to about 5 feet deep at the far wall. It doesn't seem like much at the moment, as they give you a break for a few minutes every now and then, so you can relax for a bit without getting smacked by the waves. It also gives you a chance to escape. But the hotel's mascot, Willy the Dragon, or Willy das Drachen if you mangle the German language like I do, is waiting out by the wall with his Alphorn. After a while of calm water, he'll spit some water out at you, which is accompanied by the horn sound, and marks the beginning of the waves. It's probably not much different from the other wave pools you've been in, except for the part where you can get spit on by a dragon, but it's enjoyable as long as you can keep your balance. Just don't try to touch the far wall. Lots of people got yelled at for doing that, and they will kick you out. Now let's move over to the lazy river, or as they call it, the not-so-lazy river. I know, semantics. It's got a decent current, and again is a lot what you'd expect. But the reason they call it not so lazy is because every now and then you'll hit a set of jets that propel you a lot faster than you had been going for a few moments. It can be a surprise if you're not expecting it, but we quickly learn to enjoy it. Although it does sometimes make it difficult for a group to stay together if that's something you want to do in there. Speaking of staying together, there is a little pool in the middle near the entrance in case you just want to hang out, or if you have little ones that want to go in but don't like the current. Just remember that you'll be fighting that current in order to get yourself in there. The river has a few twists and turns and a couple of points where you're getting water sprayed at you, but that can be avoided if you're so inclined. The length is good, with each lap being long enough so you're not wondering if it was worth it, but short enough to where you're not bored with it right away. All in all, an enjoyable feature for us. Your mileage may vary. Of course, no water park is complete without a complement of water slides, and the Bavarian Blast doesn't disappoint, with 16 of them, all of which are along the wall opposite of the entrance, and can be categorized into 3 different thrill levels, depending on what you're into. The big ones are all together closest to the lazy river, and their entrances are at the top 2 levels of the water park. Unfortunately, we couldn't take our cameras inside, so we don't have any footage of any of the rides, but we did try a number of them. This one has dual lanes so that you and a friend can race each other down. It even gives you your time at the end so you know who won. This big one here under the stairs is the family slide, where your whole family can climb aboard one of those big rafts and ride down together. Fortunately, they have that mechanism to take the rafts back to the top, so you don't have to haul them around like you do with the tubes. Then we have this pair of slides, which is another one you can race on, but it doesn't give you your times. It's also much longer than you expect it to be. This one with the green highlights is a double raft, so you and a friend can come down the slide together. And it looks like I missed the exit for the one where you go down head first on a big mat. That one is one of the fastest from what we've noticed. The next few here are the intermediate slides, which are a bit smaller than the ones we've looked at so far and are more like your standard water slides. They're definitely good to go on a few times, especially if the bigger ones aren't your thing. And over here in the corner is the little kids area, with more slides suited for the youngest in the crowd, as well as a nice play place for them. And it does have one of those buckets that dumps water on you, but it's hidden inside the top of the play place, so you can never really tell when it's about to drop. Next to the smallest slides in the corner is the Bavarian Springs Hot Tub. It's a pretty sizable hot tub, although still really crowded when we tried it, but it also goes both indoors and outdoors, in case you want to listen to the parking lot instead of the screams of little kids. You know some of you prefer that. Depending on the current weather, this could be a real shock going from the warmth of the water park to a chilly Michigan spring or fall, or frighteningly cold winter. Just put as much of your body underwater as possible in those situations. Not too far from the hot tub is the Festplatz sports area. As you can see, there's not a whole lot to it. Plenty of basketball hoops, although potentially not enough balls to go around. And at the far side is a challenge to hold a rope and walk across some free-floating platforms as you try not to fall into the pool, or crack your head open on the side of it. Again, not a lot to it, but it's still a good place to have a different kind of fun in the water, in case you don't feel like doing any of those other things. Before we go, I did want to point out that you can rent out these private cabanas. You may have noticed them around the water park as we've gone from place to place, and they are located in several different areas. When the park is busy, like it is all the time at the moment, finding a place to sit can be a hassle, and having your own private area with a TV, a mini fridge, and a private locker would be a good thing. Just be sure you're aware that these cost anywhere from $250 to $350 to rent, on top of anything else you might have paid either to stay at the hotel or just to visit the water park. So it's up to you to decide if it's worth it or not. And this is coming from the same people who are about to drop a video about whether or not it's worth renting a pool cabana in Amber Cove. But I will also say that they were pretty much all full while we were there, so plenty of people believe it's worth it. And that just about covers it. All in all, we had a good time here, although I'm not entirely sure it lives up to the hype and the anticipation. We did appreciate that the water was a good temperature, as we've gotten used to the hotel's usual pools, which are normally ice cold. And I had failed to mention that if you stay at the hotel, you automatically get access to the water park. Of course, this means that they've also raised their usual room rates, so if you've stayed here before, get ready for a little bit of sticker shock. But we think it's worth trying out at least once, and then you can decide what you liked and if it's worth coming back again. We will probably be coming back, if only to try to get footage of those water slides. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified of new videos. And be sure to let us know in the comments what you're looking forward to, or if you've been to the water park and have some thoughts about what you did or didn't like about it. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified of new uploads. And while you're here, check out some of our other videos.